Okay, Coach, it is always a celebration here in New Orleans, and we are just outside of the French Quarter at the Mercedes-Benz Superdome. The setting in this dome just serves to amplify the excitement of the folks in New Orleans as their Saints burst from the tunnel a moment ago. They're set, and we're set as well as the Saints get ready to do battle with the Indianapolis Colts. It's the final 3 weeks of the season. Still plenty to play for here as we're underway in Week 15. That's fielded in the end zone. And he's able to get it across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down at the 21-yard line.
Ready? 5-9. He's tired of me. He's tired of us. Shit. Hey, break it down, fellas. Break it.
This is Alvin Kamara, who made the Pro Bowl in each of his first 2 NFL seasons. They find some open field here. Touchdown, New Orleans. Alvin Kamara, 79 yards, as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. Well, they said they wanted to have some explosive runs. How about that one to start the game?
And I would say on the defensive sideline, there's a lot to answer for. Because you spend all week saying, stop the run. I don't care who you're playing. You don't want to get run over. You don't want to get run past. And they have both. Over-committing in the secondary, and he just went stepping past them and is still running, essentially.
One play, and he hits pay dirt.
Let's go. Do it.
We're set on first down. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Marcus Davenport in there to get him, and on the season now, that is 9 sacks for him. Well, they're in some hot water now. After that sack, it's 2nd and 21. Throwing, Brissett. Looking left side, it's complete. He's got it. They get 11 back on that one. It leads to 3rd down. Now, Charles, what's the mindset here offensively? You gave up the touchdown pretty quickly. Would it have changed if you had gotten a stop and it would be 0-0 right now, or no?
I wouldn't think so. I think in most cases, just down a touchdown, you know, I mean, we're just getting started here. It should be a long way to go. You think to yourself, stick with the game plan, all the things you worked on in practice. But you have some teams that when they get down, their natural tendency is to aggressively strike back. And let's see if they want to get outside of the game plan we expect and try and be aggressive on their first series.
On first down, it's Taylor, and he'll work it across midfield inside the 45. A gain of 11 that time, and a Colts first down.
Tremendous blocking by the interior of the offensive line. They didn't just gash him there. They blasted a gaping hole for him to gallop through. I think if he comes back to the huddle, he better be giving them a whole lot of credit and thanking them for that much space to rumble.
So in Saints territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 44-yard line. A running play on first down, and it turns into a fight just to get back to the line of scrimmage. Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 10 at the Saints 44-yard line.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. Brissett. And that's going to be incomplete. A lot of contact, no call, and it's 3rd down.
That would have been a great catch, but it's real difficult to hold on to it because it was contested all the way. Would have been a great play if he'd been able to haul that one in.
They come up to the line now facing a 3rd and 10 after the incompletion.
Hey, come on out here. Come get some.
To throw is Brissett. Under pressure, and he will go down. Sacked back at the 46. Cameron Jordan, he's the one to get him, and that is sack number 7 for him on the year. He only punted twice in the win last week as he gets this one away. A very good return that time. 18 yards. And the Saints will take over with a first down and 10. The Saints offense on the field ready to get their drive started. And coming off a one-play drive that was so deflating for the defense, what's their mentality? How do they rally here and stop this offense?
Well, hopefully there's some determination that sets in because they weren't ready to go on the last one. Give all the credit to the offensive guys for getting it done, but to allow a run of that length, that's just not being prepared. So now, are they determined? Are they ready to
Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. That one good for 37 yards. So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's first and 10 just outside the 30. Now a throw for the All-Pro Kelsey is complete. And taking it to the 15-yard line before he's brought down. The catch and run there, good for 16 and a first. Into the red zone, it's Breeze. And he'll go down, brought down at the 20-yard line. Justin Houston in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year. So after the sack, here's second and 14. Throwing now is Breeze. And this is complete. It's Allen. And all the way down inside the 5 to the 4. Allen's first catch. Good for a first down. Try to pound it in, Kamara. And he takes it across and into the end zone. Touchdown, Saints. Alvin Kamara with touchdown number 20 on the year. And the Saints able to stretch that lead out further. Lutz good on the extra point, and that'll make the score 14-0. Morstead out now following the touchdown to kick. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully.
The Colts take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of the teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive.
Anything. At least 3 points, get that 0 off the board.
6 guys. Check 6 guys.
On first and 10, Brissett. He's going to fire this thing deep right sideline. And that will be incomplete. Would have been a big hitter if they had connected. Instead, it's second down.
And you just know when that play call came in, their eyes lit up because anytime you get a chance to take a big shot downfield, that's a lot of fun, and they missed an opportunity. A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
In need of a conversion on third down. They had the big play to start the drive. Not much sense. From the shotgun, it's Brissett. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Marcus Davenport has now recorded 10 sacks on the season. And that is the 3rd sack this offensive line has allowed in this first quarter.
Man, that puts him on pace. Let me do the rudimentary math here. To be sacked 12 times in a game, I know he's not going to go for that. I wonder if it's going to reshape what they decide to do on offense in terms of play calling.
Well, I can tell you what, when he popped up, shaking his head, frustrated right now behind center. Now on 4th down here, that pass knocked away and incomplete. Good starting field position for them as they come up first and 10 at their own 43. Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. Thomas, the intended target. And now it's second down. So second down, still 10 yards to go. Ball on the 43. Breeze leaves this one with Kamara. And he's going to take this one across midfield and into Colts territory.
That was another good run, and he's having an excellent day. And right now, I don't think his team could have any more confidence in handing him the football.
Check. Hey, break it down, fellas. Break it down. Sammy. Ready, take it.
Breeze to throw on 3rd and 1. He's going to air one out. Got a man. It's caught inside the 10. Touchdown, New Orleans. Michael Thomas. Touchdown number 15 of the year. And the Saints able to stretch that lead out further. Lutz with the extra point, and it's now 21-0. Morstead out now following the touchdown to kick. That'll be taken in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. And some dangerous territory. You're already down 3 scores. A 3-and-out here, or an inability to put any points up. Now that'll be tipped and intercepted. It's the linebacker, Alex Anzalone. And he'll score. Touchdown, New Orleans. That pick six extending this lead even further. Boy, it's been a while since I've seen a team struggle this badly in the first half.
I think all they want to do is get to the locker room, try and regroup, and come out to start the third quarter. But if things don't improve fast then, I think the backups get a lot of play in the second half.
So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. That's fielded in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. Typically down to the first half, I might say, oh, you at least need a field goal out of this drive, but they're down to the under pressure, and he'll go down. They'll sack him on what ought to be the final play of this first quarter. Sheldon Rankins, he's the one to get him, and that is sack number 7 for him on the year. Pass protection has been a problem all night long as they come up facing second and a bundle. To throw, Brissett. Campbell making the catch. And he'll be a couple yards shy of the 20 at the 18. That throw good for only a couple. It brings up third down. The Colts on third down, just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 17. Brissett sets to throw it. And they're able to get this one across the 35. Hilton's first catch, good for a first down. A bit of a catch for him to remember. That's number 400 for his NFL career. Not a bad number at all. Play fake, Brissett. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's second down. The Super Bowl 44 will always link these two teams together, the Colts and the Saints. That was a game that the Saints would win. If you remember, Sean Payton dialed up that onside kick to start the second half. Tracy Porter would eventually seal the victory for the Saints with a pick six of 74 yards. And the Manning family so heavily involved. You think about Archie leading the Saints for 11 seasons, the Manning family being from the New Orleans area, and then Peyton being the quarterback of the Colts in that defeat to the Saints. On third down, Brissett. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Marcus Davenport in there to drop him for his 11th sack of the year.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
And the punt team on now as this one's sent away. This is taken at the 18. And that's going to go in the books as a 55-yard punt. Well done. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. So Bree's going to lead the Saints up here, 1st and 10 at their own 27. Off the play fake to Kamara, it's Breeze. Going deep here for Allen. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off by Malik Hooker. And what a return as he brings this one all the way back to the 25-yard line. Allen, the intended receiver. Unfortunately for him, if last week was any indication, we knew a pick was coming at some point. Last week it was interception after interception, and here we go again.
We actually quit counting last week at a certain point because I thought I was going to run out of fingers, right? Because I'm not all that skilled as a mathematician. But you're right. It felt like a matter of time, and you got to think the guys on defense, they couldn't wait for this opportunity after what they saw on tape. Martin, I think it's high time to get him some passes that he's comfortable with, some easy throws, some completions. He's not even hitting the 50% thus far.
But certainly that has played a big role into why they are trailing right now. And he'll go out of bounds in the red zone just inside the 20. A nice job to get 8 there after the incompletion, and now they'll look at a 3rd and 2 coming up. The Colts on 3rd down, 2 for 5 to this point. This time they face a 3rd and 2. Taylor. And that'll hurt the average a bit as this time they're able to get him behind the line. That'll back him up 2 yards and also bring up 4th. Bear in mind, that wasn't a big lineman back there for the tackle for loss. That was a cornerback.
So are you saying the myth has been shattered? That all of them are not just cover corners? Some of them actually will stick their nose in and tackle when necessary? That's what we just...
Going for Hilton, and it's intercepted. It's the linebacker, Michael Kendricks.
And, Brandon, this is a real nice job defensively of getting inside a quarterback's head and figuring out, okay, where's he going with the football? Because you can make an educated guess defensively, not all the time, but sometimes. And when you're right, you got a decent chance of coming away with the football.
And they're going to stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Just no cutback lane to be found whatsoever. 2nd and 10. Looking to throw on 2nd down. Breeze. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Now the Colts going to burn the 2nd of their timeouts. That's their 2nd, so they'll have 1 remaining here in this 2nd quarter. We'll be right back. 3rd and long now after the sack of Breeze, and the Saints up against it here. To throw is Breeze. Open man is Michael Thomas. A good pickup there, 26 yards.
I think it all came together there. In-breaking route, drove it with excellent pace. Money throw right there to move the sticks.
Now from Colts territory, here's a 1st and 10 at the 37-yard line. Breeze now to throw. That's to his running back. It's Alvin Kamara. Oh, shifty. Whoa. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop him. 2 chunk plays in a row. The last one was over 20 yards, and so is this one.
21.
From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. And he's got it. Touchdown, Saints. Keenan Allen, his 6th touchdown of the season as his guys continue to pour it on. Lutz good on the extra point, and a rout is on here in this first half. Morstead out now following the touchdown to kick. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And the decision to come out is going to cost him 5 as he's taken down right at the 20. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. And 2 picks thrown here in this first half alone. We'll see how that affects it.
Can't wait to see where his confidence is, because the great ones, they'll throw 4 or 5 picks, and while it'll hurt their team, it won't hurt their confidence. They'll think something was just wrong with the ball or the wind or something was funny. It's never about them. That's how they stay so into the moment and into the game.
2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. A reminder coming up just a few minutes from now, we'll send you to Jonathan Coachman and our crew in Orlando. Coach will have a look back at some of the stats and scores from yesterday's action. They try to throw on 2nd down, but this one is incomplete.
This defense is not going to make it easy for you. They're a physical group, and we just saw it there on that play. He came in, made the contact, just as he's trying to haul it in.
After an incomplete pass on second down, that'll leave him trying to convert on 3rd and 9. Brissett. That'll be caught by Rodgers. And he'll have this past the 30 prior to going out of bounds. Indianapolis moving the chains there on a gain of 12. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. From the gun, here's Brissett. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Sheldon Rankins make that now 8 sacks for him on the season. To try again after the sack. Brissett escaping the pressure right. He's got Burton here. And he'll be down deep into New Orleans territory. Now the Colts will use their 3rd and final timeout as they'll get a chance to talk it over after picking up the 1st down. A real field flipper there as all of a sudden they've got a 1st down in the red zone. Out of the gun, Brissett. Under pressure, and he'll go down. Back at the 26-yard line. A good response by the defense, sending them backwards after that huge gain last play.
It's 2nd down.
Pass protection has been a problem all night long as they come up facing 2nd and a bundle. Now Brissett. Letting one go deep for the end zone. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be 3rd down.
Another dangerous throw there, partner. I mean, he's already thrown 2 interceptions here in the first half. I don't know if you want to keep throwing up 50-50 balls and you've had that kind of lack of success.
Yeah, absolutely. Very well could have been a 3rd interception in half number 1. Got an open man. That's Campbell. And this effort won't be enough as they rally up to stop him a couple of yards short. It'll be a pickup of 14, but they're still a little bit short as it brings up 4th. The offense stays put. They failed twice already in this first half, but they're going to go a 3rd time here on 4th down. And he takes this one in for a Colts touchdown. Paris Campbell in the final seconds of the first half as they are now on the board here in the first half. Chase McLaughlin on for the extra point. And he converts, and it cuts the lead to 35-7.
Makes the score Saints 35, Colts 7.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And not wanting to risk anything here late in the half, he'll just take a knee, and they'll bring the football out to the 25. Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense. Time for a final kneel down or a safe run, and then they can head to the locker room with a lead.
Yeah, or they can even run a screen. You know, something they feel is somewhat safe that might actually pop and turn into a big play. That's what you usually run in this situation.
Or go 4 verticals because why not?
Because you're feeling it, right? You're just feeling it.
And throwing to start the drive, but that one incomplete.
It's now 2nd and 10 at the 25.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. The final shot before half for Breeze. Looking for Kelsey. And got his man complete. And able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40. We have hit halftime. Still 2 more quarters to go. We'll take a timeout. We'll be back after this. You're watching the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. It's in the game. Set now to go for the 3rd quarter. The Saints have the lead and set to receive the kick. And he'll get it up to about the 26-yard line just across the 25. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. They're down in this game. A chance for the offense, though, to put something on the board, get some momentum here in half 2.
Try and get things kick-started for them. And you know at the half, they discussed how they were going to get that done. This is where scripting comes into play a lot of the time.
How many plays do you script coming out of the second?
Most of the time in the first half, you're scripting 12 to 16. I think in the second half, you're really scripting more like 8 to 10, kind of a starter or an opener, whatever terminology they use, just something to get you off to a quick start.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. David Onyemata make that now 8 sacks for him on the season. And on that one, the protection just broke down.
You've got to have that leverage, don't you? We always talk about low man wins in the running game for an offensive lineman versus a defensive lineman. It's essentially the same thing in pass protection. Get lower than that defensive lineman so that you can keep your balance and keep him away from your guy trying to throw the football.
And just a small glimpse there as to why they like this rookie so much.
And that's why they lit up a little bit in our meetings with the coaching staff, didn't they?
Yeah, when we talked about him, they did.
Yeah, they like his work ethic. This guy's running every route well in the route tree and getting better at it all the time, really honing his game. They expect a pretty good jump out of him as things continue to move on.
And this is going to be another first down as the tackle's made at the Saints' 41-yard line.
And another thing that makes the comeback route really effective is that oftentimes after you've made the initial move, receivers breaking away from the defensive back, and that makes it a really tough play to defend. A nice chunk of yardage picked up there.
So in Saints territory now, here's 1st and 10 at the 41. And the big boys up front, they're going to stop him right at the line. David Onyemata there on the tackle.
Doubling this guy has to be a priority before moving up to the next level because the big fella, he just ate that one alive, just stuffed it. In fact, before the game, he was talking to us, and he's like, hey, these pants make me look fat? And we said, nah, man, you're just a whole lot of guy.
He is at well over 300 pounds. He's a big man. Now a quick throw as that's complete on the hitch route. He's going to go out of bounds, but he takes this one down just shy of the 20. That one a gain of 20 and a first down.
I think that's a big pickup for a first down because when you run a drag route against zone, you're sometimes asking for trouble because you might run into a defender.
Yeah, well, there they ran into a first down, executed it to perfection. And he's going to lose yardage and be backed up to the 25.
You know what the key to a good screen pass is, don't you?
But you're going to tell me, good blocking?
Well, good blocking eventually. But first is good acting. You want to let the defenders go past you, leak out to whichever side or even in the middle where you want to.
And for a third time tonight, he's intercepted. Picked up by Chauncey Gardner-Johnson, the rookie from Florida. And he brings it back to right around the 26-yard line. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. So after the INT, it's Breeze. He's going to let this one go deep. Trying to get it to Thomas, and it's intercepted. Xavier Rhodes with a pick. He couldn't get the hook up there that time with Thomas. Yet another interception, and I just had to double-check my math. But it is now 8 between last week and this week.
Well, I just used a calculator. I didn't worry about double-checking it. But the thing that always throws me when you see quarterbacks in this type of a bad spot, they're trying to figure out what they can do to change it, and sometimes they try too hard, and they never get out of it. And that's where he is right now. He's just locked in a really bad way.
Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards. Here's Brissett. And he's taken down here by the Saints. Sheldon Rankins in there to get him, and on the season now, that is 9 sacks for him. Brissett from the gun on 3rd. He's got it to Hilton. And this play comes to a halt at the 33, and obviously that's well short of the first down. Just a 5-yard pickup, but it leads to 4th down. Brissett to throw for it on 4th. And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. It's the linebacker, Alex Anzalone. And they will finally get him, but not until he's all the way down inside the 15-yard line. Charles, whatever's going on between his ears right now, it's just not completely calculated correctly. 7 picks between last week and this week after that one.
And they always say the most important part of a player is those 6.
And he's got it. It's caught in the end zone. Touchdown, New Orleans. Keenan Allen with his second touchdown of the game, number 7 on the year. And the Saints take advantage of field position on the turnover to cash in for 6. Lutz with the extra point, and that will extend this big lead. Morstead out now following the touchdown to kick. That'll be taken in the end zone. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. They've got to dig down deep. I mean, they need something right now, really anything to cling on to. This offense has struggled.
Partner, join me in a walk to their locker room at the half, okay? Because I think what we would have seen is an offensive coordinator and his assistant coaches getting together with all their positions, then coming together as a group, going over adjustments, and then the head coach coming in and just screaming, "Wake up. Yeah. Let's get moving, guys."
I'm kind of glad we weren't in there at halftime, actually.
I mean, you think you might have turned it on us, too?
Yeah, but right now, whatever was said hasn't been working. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. They'll run with Taylor. And a 6-yard gain gets them right around the 43.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice, solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
The last run got 6, now 2nd and 4.
I don't think you got it, son.
The give to Taylor. Only a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 3rd down. 3rd and short yardage, Brissett. He finds Taylor, complete. And he'll maybe get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that. No gain at all on the play there, and that brings up 4th. And this should be the final play before the quarter ends.
That's the end of the 3rd quarter of play, with the score Saints 42, Colts 7.
A critical one here if they're going to have any shot at this thing. So they'll go for it on 4th down.
Both sevens and Mike. Both sevens and Mike.
Now Brissett on 4th down. He's got his tight end, Burton. No reason not to try it there, and they do indeed convert on 4th. So in Saints territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 34. Now left side, a completion to his tight end. A gain of 6 there on 1st. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. They're tackling them almost on the spot. That means you have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
A 2nd down pass play there, but it's incomplete. Now they face a 3rd down and 4 after that incompletion on 2nd down. Brissett again. This one into the hands of Burton. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
And in a lot of ways, that catch is expected. Red zone presence, and that one was realized there. You've got to find your tight end in that situation.
Brissett sets to throw it. To the end zone, but it's incomplete. Another incompletion. You know, it's a wonder he's still moving around back there the number of times he's been sacked.
Yeah, he's staying out there, isn't he? And you don't think about it much in a game like this, but he's showing incredible leadership. Still competing, still fighting, not taking himself out of a ball game that appears lost.
And that is caught. Touchdown, Indianapolis. Harris Campbell with his 2nd touchdown of the game, number 8 on the season. And the Colts are in for 6. Extra point by McLaughlin is up and good. And that will shave one more off this lead. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. That's fielded in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense. And this game comfortably in hand. The scoreboard speaks for itself, but you still got your starting quarterback out there. When do you go to the backup? Let him get some time.
And that's one of the great questions in the NFL, Brandon, because I'm just going to tell you, in the 2015 season, I commentated on 3 games in a row that were blowouts. And in none of them did the starting quarterback ever come out of the game for the team that had a big lead. And in each instance, I asked the coaches later on, why didn't you do that? And they all looked at me and said, just don't really do that in the NFL. These guys play, and we just play them all the way through. Now, in certain situations, they will take them out, but for the most part, they're not as worried and concerned about getting them out of the game. And that's always puzzled me a little bit.
Set, 5-8, 5-8. Hey, kill.
Off the play fake to Kamara. It's Breeze. Looking for Sanders here on the deep ball. It's caught inside the 25. Touchdown, New Orleans. Emmanuel Sanders, his 9th touchdown of the season as his guys continue to put this one out of reach.
Well, this game is definitely over, but we do know some people like to go ahead and continue to add to their score, don't we?
Yeah, I don't know that they need to add any more right now, though. I'm just starting to think about those dinner plans tonight, my friend.
Well, you and I will be thinking about dinner plans, but we also know they're playing people are thinking, how can I get some more scores for my fantasy, for other things? They're trying to figure that part out now.
By the way, last weekend we went sushi because that's what you wanted. We're going steak tonight.
I'm in.
All right. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here at the 30-yard line. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline. Because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you're doing.
And my goodness, another interception. P.J. Williams with a pick. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. They start the drive on the ground. Kamara. And for one of the first times tonight, he's going to be held up at the line of scrimmage. Tremaine Edmonds, the Bills' leading tackler, is a rookie last year, in on the stop there. They fake the give. Here's Breeze. Looking downfield for Kelsey. And this is going to wind up incomplete. The coverage there too strong on the deep ball, and now they face a 3rd down. They had the incomplete pass on 2nd down. Now they need a big play here, 3rd and 10. And he's taken down, trying to do a little too much, getting outside of the pocket, and it results in a sack.
We've watched this a long time, and I still don't believe we get it. 3rd and long, why are you calling play action?
Yeah, because they're not going to bite defensively, right?
No, not at all. I did have a coach explain to me years ago that for some teams, that's how they have to deal with pass protection and their line blocking, but to me it seems silly.
Yeah, well, they're silly, and it leads to a play action sack. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. And last time, 1-play interception, so this offense, they should be fresh.
That's a good way of putting it. And I can't wait to see what they decide to do with play calling, because a 1-play drive where you throw an interception, a lot of people think the very next time out, run the football, don't give them a chance.
Maybe play action?
I think maybe you go play action, show your quarterback, get a little confidence in it, and let him fling another one.
Now this throw caught left side, and he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. 16 yards to pick up there. The Colts have a 1st down.
47, Mike, 47. Here we go, D. It's just me.
A 1st down throw for Brissett. And the catch made by Hilton. And he gets this one to midfield before he's brought down. The catch and run, good for 18 and a 1st down. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. And that is incomplete. Showed off the arm strength there, but to no avail. Second down. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. Now it's Hines. And there is nowhere for him to cut back as he's taken down in the backfield.
Oh, partner, that play brought back memories. Watching them string it out, letting the runner get all the way to the sideline area, but not letting him get out of bounds. They formed that picket fence and didn't allow him through.
Not only that, got him for a loss as well here. And one of the reasons they lead in the fourth quarter, plays like that.
Yeah, took a little more time off the clock, making him do it that way, didn't they?
Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So the Colts in possession of the football as we get you reset. They come up on a 4th down situation with things not looking particularly rosy. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Marcus Davenport. And it'll be a turnover on downs. So they tried to go for it for pride, but it really wouldn't have mattered. This one, it was already determined.
No doubt about it. This one was over a while ago.
And they're going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their totals.
There's no doubt in my mind.
And do you hear that? Do you hear the...
It's not scales, right? I don't hear scales. Do I actually hear a tune being warbled?
I think the fat lady's humming.
Yeah, she's doing more than humming. She's belting it out right now.
She's full bore.
Yeah, this thing is flat out finished.
Morstead out now following the touchdown to kick. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. Yeah, some might have returned that one. He won't. He'll go down to a knee, and they'll start the drive from the 25. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. They are just obviously getting shellacked here in this one, Charles. What's the message if you're a coach for this final drive in a lopsided game like this?
For a lot of coaches,
be honest.
Don't forget today. Don't forget what has happened out here.
Yeah, use that as ammo going forward.
Exactly. Take a great look at that scoreboard. Realize how poorly everything went for us today. Coaching, playing, the whole deal. And never forget it. Because
you're not going to want that feeling again.
No, you don't want that feeling again. And who knows? You may meet up with this team again. Partner, we know today's NFL is really built around the guy throwing the football. But these short runs, they still pay dividends because they can take their toll on a defense and they can add up as the game goes along. You control the clock, you control the ball, and that way you often control the game.
And for the Saints here on 3rd down, an extra defensive back on the field. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's going to have the first down at about the 38. Bit of a surprise. They ran it on 3rd and medium. Proved to be the right call. 1st and 10. Brissett to throw on 1st. They'll try and set up the screen to Hines. And he went nowhere. Well, he went backwards. Back to the 33. That'll go as a loss of 5. And it'll make this a 2nd and long. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. A big offensive explosion helped leading them to victory, and the defensive guys, they're just saying, hey, put those points up every week, we'll just keep winning.
They will gratefully accept them, won't they? It makes their job that much